Hi guys, welcome to this RailSim UK video on driving the C77 stock for World of Subways number 3, the London Underground simulator. We first have to start by going to the back of the train to prepare the rear cab. So we move forward, we walk essentially by pressing the W, and then if we hold the shift key at the same time, we will run. Once at the back door, left click to open and close the door. And then once you enter the cab, press C to enter driver mode. We'll then look over at these gauges here to turn on the two rear tail lights and the destination light. So if we press spacebar, we can then move back over here and hold down the shift key and then use left click to scroll through the destinations. We can also right click, which will go back through the destinations as well. So then we can come out of this by pressing C to exit the driver mode. Let's leave the train, turn around, remember to close the door by again left clicking, and then we'll just check so both our rear tail lights are on and our destination light and destination itself is on. So then again we use W to walk and hold shift if you want to run. We'll go all the way back to the front cab. We've got a few minutes before we're due to leave anyway, so that's alright. So like I said, this is the C77 stock, so called because it was made in 1977. So we press C to enter the driver mode again. So what we need to do is we need to turn our selector switch to auto, so we use page up to do this. There we go. And then we turn the traction brake controller to service application by using the up arrow keys. Initially you have to press tab because that is essentially the dead man's handle. So then we'll click over to here and we switch on our cab light, our destination light, our gauge light, our headlights and our cab vent. And then this is the brake test panel, so we will need to do a brake test in a bit. So let's turn on the passenger lights and we'll turn on the saloon heating as well. So the brake test, you have to perform at least one brake test before each service. You don't really need to do it in the game, but we're going to do it anyway. So we look at our controls. So this is our traction brake controller here on the left, and you can see the various stages. So we'll press the up arrow twice to set it to rheostatic 2 and EP application. If we press the space bar, we return to the driver mode. So then we'll left click over to the brake test panel. We test the lights. Now you want to see all 6 lights, 2 yellows, 2 reds and 2 greens. And then we switch on to brake test, in which we'll see 2 yellow lights. Press spacebar, returns us to this panel. So then what we want to do now is we want to press the down arrow twice to move us back to service application. So press the spacebar to return back to driver mode. Go back over to the panel by holding shift and then left click in the panel, and then we'll see that the train line is discharged by the 2 red lights. Let's move back over to our driving panel, and then we'll press the up arrow twice to move it back to rheostatic 2 and EP application. We go back over to the brake test panel, and then we're looking to see 2 green lights like so. So that's the brake test complete. So we switch our brake test switch back to normal, press space to return to the driving position. So then now we press the down arrow twice, that just puts us back to service application, and then space bar to get back here. So now we need to set our digital voice announcer, or our DVA. Again we hold shift and then just left click to go up to here. So then we press enter. To initiate the DVA, we click 2 and 8 to scroll through, press enter once you've selected. Then we select our starting station, which in this case is Mansion House. We click enter, and then our destination station, which is Paddington on the Circle Line, so we'll just hit enter, and then we press enter at our starting station, which we're already at, and then that's our automatic announcer enabled. Cool. So we press space to go back here to our view. Now we press CTRL, the left hand CTRL on your keyboard to look out the left hand side, and press F5 to open the passenger doors. We press CT or L again, the control key, to go back in, and then press F7 to close your left hand cab door. If you press F8 it opens the right hand cab door, and F6 will do the passenger right hand side doors. So then we press on the numpad, we press 1, 2 and 3 to get our time, our route monitor and our station monitor, and we can see that we're not due to leave this station until 5:59. So we've got about 30 seconds or so to sit and wait. So we'll turn our selector switch now to forwards, because obviously if we don't do that we ain't going to go forwards. And then let's just have a quick look. In this station it's a bit difficult to see the light, so you have to kind of look up to see that green light. Then we'll press F5 to close the left hand passenger doors. Press spacebar just to return to this view here, and then we'll press arrow up. Now again, the dead man's handle, you have to press tab. If the handle does pop up, press tab. Especially if you leave the cab, it will come up. So we're looking at that white needle there on the brake pressure. That needs to come up the top before we'll get moving. So we use the arrow up key to essentially accelerate and apply any brake. So there you can see we can control our speed by that. Now you can obviously, you have a speedometer on the train dash there, or just look in the route monitor and you can see your current speed and the speed limit for the track. Now one of the reasons for starting at Mansion House, not only because it has this island platform where we can set up the train, but the next station, because of when the game was set, Blackfriars was a closed station because it was under development. So we need to tell our voice analyzer or DVA that we're going through a closed station. So if you click the closed station button, it will announce to the passengers that we're going through a closed station, but it also means that your station monitor will also know that the next station isn't Blackfriars, it's actually going to be Temple. So we have to slow right down to 10 miles an hour for going through Blackfriars. And from when the game was set, you can actually see you could see daylight through from the tube as they were rebuilding above. So it actually rains in the tunnel, which is a bit strange, but probably true to life. So we need to use the windscreen wipers, which is just X. So X for your wipers, which I haven't used yet, but will in a second. And then once we've cleared Blackfriars Station, we can then begin accelerating again. And I love the detail on World of Subways. It's very good. There's things like motion blur and things as well, so it is a pretty cool game. So we can also see on our route monitor there, we can see the distance to our next signal, which is really handy. Obviously if that little green square is red, you know that the next signal is going to be a red. We also see the distance to the next station and what time our departure is. Another handy one is just knowing that the doors on the left hand side are to be used. So we're about a minute early, but you know, come into the station, bit of pace on you. Don't try not to come in too slow, or else you will go behind your timetable service. And try and stop kind of where this end barrier is. Some stations have markers. And then press F5 to open your left hand passenger doors. Press F7 to open the cab door, so that when you can press control left, you can then see out of your cab and look down along the train. Now when you finish, press control again, that'll take you back into the cab, and then just press F5 to close your passenger doors, and then F7 to close your cab door. Again, if the platform's on the right hand side, you should use F6 to open your passenger doors and close your passenger doors, and F8 to open and close your cab door. So that's it. That's World of Subways. It's the whole circle line and also the line out to Hammersmith. Definitely well worth a go. Leave any comments, and please remember to subscribe if you like this video. Thanks.